Darth Vader has been a pop culture icon since the 1970s, but he didn't get there all by himself. While Lucasfilm created him, it was the love and fear from the audience that pushed him to the level of global recognition and generational transcendence. There are some action figures that honor his legacy, and there are others who don't even come close. Hi, I'm Dan Larson, and this is Hasbro's Black Series Darth Vader versus Medicom's Mafex Darth Vader. Articulation isn't just different, it's so different that it's almost like comparing figures from different scales. Apples and oranges are both fruits. This is like comparing apples and a Subaru. Mafex Vader has swivels, double joints, balls and sockets, and most of them are well hidden to preserve the aesthetics of the figure. I was surprised to see that Mafex not only had 2 points of articulation in the torso, but also by how much movement it enables. The only possible place that Hasbro could make the argument for better poseability is in the use of cloth goods for the skirt, where Mafex uses a rubbery material. You won't be able to get Mafex into any sitting positions, so don't kill yourself trying to get that meditation chamber diorama built. But Mafex Vader wins this round for its impressive range of dramatic and expressive poseability possibilities, with the Black Series ability to put his butt in a seat. They both have a lightsaber. If we left it right there, it would have been a tie, but Mafex Vader also comes with 2 different heads and a force-tremoring 5.5 pairs of hands. 5.5 because they also included the cut-off stub with wires sticking out from Return of the Jedi after Luke goes mental, chops his hand off, and puts him on the ground. Because the actor's face can't be seen while in the suit, so much of his character relies on his body language and hand gestures. Mafex Vader has the pointing, the clenched fist, the open, relaxed hand, the force choke, and the saber holding sets. Black Series has 1 holding hand and 1 gesturing hand? I think it's supposed to be reaching out to Luke as he invites him to rule the galaxy as Vader and Son. But rotated around, it looks like he's waiting for a prince to kiss his hand and sweep him off to a hidden fortress far, far away. And not for nothing, but Mafex Vader can clip his saber to his belt where Black Series cannot. Mafex wins this round handily. I'll be the first to admit that I think a Vader figure should come with a removable helmet. Or maybe I used to think that. I mean, it makes sense that if the head and helmet are properly proportioned, then you should be able to take the helmet off, right? But I think the designers ran into the problem of materials not scaling properly, so in order to make the plastic strong enough to be removable and hold its shape, it has a tendency to look either too big or just plain wrong, and that seems to be what's happening with the Black Series. Hasbro went for the removable helmet, but it doesn't stay on well, and it doesn't fit right, and it sucks all the intimidation and fear right out of his black samurai skull helmet. He has sad puppy dog eyes. Again, I appreciate the colored lenses as a nod to the look of the helmet in the original Star Wars film, but it seems like a silly detail to get right when the helmet itself is so wrong. Mafex wins this round for including a helmeted head that is properly proportioned and more detailed, and an unmasked head, making for a much more pleasing aesthetic for both looks. One of the most significant design differences between the 2 figures is the cape and how it attaches to the shoulder armor. Both are lightweight fabric and both have a hem around the edge to prevent fraying, but Black Series has rather large corners attached to it to give it some weight in an attempt to make it hang more naturally. Mafex seems to be made from a lighter material that may damage and crease more easily, but surprisingly, they have sewn a very thin wire into the edge to make the cape itself poseable to some extent. As far as these 2 approaches are concerned, I'm not totally sure which one I think is better. Time and repeated handling will tell. If the wire breaks, then that's a problem, and those Black Series cape corners may be ugly, but it does kind of work. What is not in question is the way Hasbro chose to stitch the top of the cape to the armor and include a totally out of proportion chain around Vader's neck. Even after modding the cape and tucking it into the collar armor, my figure still looks like a kid in a homemade Halloween costume. He couldn't find the right chain, so he used any chain he could find. Mafex wins this round for their choice to think outside the materials box and offer collectors an innovative approach to utilizing a piece of fabric as a posing element beyond the effect of gravity. It's hard to believe how completely differently 2 companies could approach making a figure of the same character. It makes me ask the question, what is the real motivation here? Surely both companies are interested in selling as many toys as possible and thereby making as much money as possible. But the difference in accuracy and detail and amount of value built into each figure is not just laughable, it's laugh-out-loudable. It's a philosophical difference. Hasbro's approach is minimum figure for maximum dollars, where Medicom gives you maximum figure for minimum dollars. Yes, Black Series is $20 and Mafex is $50, But there's no question which is the better value for the collector, and which is the better value for the corporate empire. Mafex Vader, with its multitude of accessories, better detailing, and high range of poseability, is the clear value winner for the fans. Black Series Darth Vader is a huge disappointment for a line that was supposed to be about accuracy and detail. While the cost of Mafex Vader is prohibitive for younger collectors and collectors who don't focus on just Star Wars, there's no doubt that it is the superior 6-inch scale Darth Vader by like a million parsecs. Have you been so seduced by the dark side that you think we got it wrong? Make your case in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please take a moment and like this video. If you've already subscribed, please tell a friend about the channel, because you and your friends both need to know that I was designed with minimum value at a minimum price.